Those of us with ADHD are only too aware that negative thoughts get stuck in our head very easily. And when they hang around, they loop as they go round and round. They feel more believable. And this isn't you overthinking. There's a neurobiological reason for it. It's linked to something called the inhibitory system. And this is, if you like, the brain's braking mechanism. The parts of the brain that help us pause, step back, and stop thoughts from spiraling. In the ADHD brain, they are a little less efficient. So if you can imagine like the prefrontal cortex, if you like, being like the guard, these negative thoughts get past the guard a little easier. And every time it loops, it feels more real. And this is biology, it isn't personality. So let's look at nurture and nature. Let's start with nurture. A lifetime of criticism strengthens these negative pathways. The brain learns to monitor for danger. It learns to predict rejection. It begins to assume fault, and it rehearses these negative scenarios as a protection mechanism. Through neuroplasticity, these neuropathways have become well established. The more the brain has rehearsed negative self-talk in the past, the easier it slips into it now. So nature gives us a weaker break, and nurture gives us a steeper hill. What actually happens during a negative loop? The first thing is the amygdala fires. The emotional urgency rises, the brain narrows to threat, and the inhibitory system can't shut the loop down. This is where the inner critic steps in, and this is about preparing us for danger and protecting us from it. So the inner critic is actually on our side. It just sounds harsh because it speaks from fear and not from truth. The same neuroplasticity that strengthened the brain for negative thought patterns can strengthen the brain for positive ones. We can change that ourselves to create positive and more compassionate neuropathways. Every time you hear the loop in your mind, simply say something like, I hear you, I'm not in danger, let's slow down. When you do that, you are creating, you are building your inner coach. You're teaching the brain that not every thought needs a reaction, that not every alarm is real. When we do this over time, the brakes become stronger, the loops lessen, and the inner coach becomes your guiding voice.